A very good evening to all of you present over here, and I think it is good morning for Tapas sir, and and it is good
Yes.
afternoon for Tara sir. So yeah, and I, on behalf of the research scholar community at IIT Kharagpur, I welcome our esteemed speakers, Dr. Tapas Chandra Singha and Dr. Rusikesh Ambekar,
Thank you.
to this first series of the talk. This is a series of talk that we are planning. So this is the first episode in that talk series, that is Bartalap. Just to give our speakers a brief intro about what this talk series is about. This is aimed at clearing some of the ambiguities or some of the doubts or maybe some trouble that PhD students usually face. So we are trying to invite our PhD alumnus from IIT Kharagpur, who are there in different sectors, different organizations across the globe, so that they can provide some input that can be practical, since they have already gone through the same route and they know the hardships and all everything. So they will our belief is that they can better guide us with their experience, vast experience, and as a senior they could we could ask them for a helping hand in future as well. So without delaying much time, I'll just quickly start the talk series. Basically, in this talk series, we'll try to cover the aspect of doing postdocs after PhD. Like most of the people might already be knowing that after you complete your PhD degree, like majority people who want to stay in academics, want to stay in research, they aspire for a good postdoc position in a good university, in a good lab, and so that their research profile improves, their research experience enhances, and then they can apply for permanent faculty positions in academic institutes, permanent scientist positions in the research laboratories of India. So on this note, today we will be covering like around 2 3 continents or countries where Indians can find the postdoc opportunities, and how they should how they should approach, what should be the what all details are required, and whether they should apply after synopsis, after defense. So all these things will be covered by our speakers, and this is an interactive session. What we will follow is a presentation followed by a few minutes of Q&A. We shall be taking the question and answers from all of our audience. And during, please be noted that during the presentation, please don't interrupt anyone. Let them finish their presentation, and after the end of the presentation, you can come up with your questions. During presentation, if you have any queries, then you could write down in the chat box. It is also open. You could write down in the chat box, and we shall take up those questions after the speaker ends his presentation. And I hope our esteemed speakers will be able to clear the doubts and ambiguities what you have in your mind regarding the postdoc opportunities. So first, going with the first, I would like to invite Dr. Rusikesh Ambekar to start the talk. So I would introduce Dr. Rusikesh Ambekar. He is here with us. You can see in the screen. And Dr. Rusikesh has been serving as a postdoc in Department of Aerospace Engineering at the Indian Institute of Science, IIT Bangalore, since January 2024, after completing his PhD from Metallurgy Department in the year 2023, and he holds his PhD degree in the topic mechanical properties of topologically engineered 3D printed architectures. So his vast research area includes 3D printing, additive manufacturing of polymers, and the mechanical properties associated with it. And Dr. Ambekar has published over 35 peer-reviewed research, and his contributions to the research community can be widely be reflected by his huge citation, that is almost 1500 citations, and his I-10 index of 18. And so I would like to welcome Dr. Rusike Sambekar to this platform to deliver his experience of finding postdoc position in our own country, India. So over to you, Rusike sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I will just share my screen. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can see.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir, it is visible, perfectly visible.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So my name is Rishikesh Ambekar, and thank you, Shrantik, for such a nice introduction. I will straightly start the topic. So today in the presentations, mostly I will be covering the available host institutes in India. What are the different funding sources available, and how to identify the potential postdoc supervisor. So I will start with the host institutions. So in academic institutions, as these are the top institutes, yeah. So in India, so these are the top academic institutes which offers the postdoc positions, ISCs, and different IITs. Apart from these academic institutes, there are various government and private research centers like CSIR, DRDO, ISRO, TIFR, and ISMR. So these are also provides the postdoc positions after the PhD. So these host institutions, all these positions are better who want to stay in academia and trying for the assistant professor positions. And the students who want to switch from academia to industry, for them recently many industries they started the postdoc positions like GE Aerospace, ITC, X Venture, Eli Lilly and Company, Pythotron Agro Products, and etc. So next is the funding sources. So there are different funding sources. I will just list down them, like National Postdoctoral Fellowship, Institute Postdoctoral Fellowship, project industry project funded postdoc positions like research associates and all. Then for specifically for women, this WISE postdoctoral fellowship is available. And students who want to do postdocs in CSIR lab, so particularly for that, the CSIR Nehru Science Postdoctoral Research Fellowships are available. And students who want to do postdoc in ISRO labs, for that ISRO PRL funded postdoctoral fellowships are available. Now next is finding the postdoc supervisor. So there are different ways to it. So I will just list down few which I know. So the most effective way is in-person conferences. When you attend in-person conferences, you can directly approach to the professors and you can ask for the potential postdoc positions. If in case you miss the conference, then you can visit to the conference websites where you can see the invited speaker. You can go through their profiles, and if it is relevant to your research, then you can approach them. Next is a project collaboration network. So in PhD, you must have collaborated with many professors apart from the institute, or your PhD supervisor must be having the collaboration. So you can think of that as a potential postdoc supervisor if it fits in your area of research. Third can be the faculty profiles from specific universities. You can target a specific universities and you can easily, through their website, you can see the faculty profiles and you can approach them. And fourth one is the Scopus search. So the first three are the pretty much straightforward. So I will be explaining the Scopus search, how you can use the Scopus tool to find the postdoc advisor. So in PhD, you must have used this Scopus tool to do the literature survey and all. But here I will be explaining how you can use it to find the relevant professors for postdoc positions. So first you can go to the scopus.com. then you can enter the keywords related to your research work here. Then you will get this list of documents, and then you have to refine it since it's a lot. So you can refine the search results by document type like article, then the number will reduce. Then further you can filter the results based on language. You can choose the English, and then you will be targeting in India. So you have to narrow it down to India as a country, and then you have to select the analyze search. Then you can access the analyze search result dashboard like this. When you scroll down, you can choose the document by author category, and in this you will have the list of authors, which can be corresponding authors or professors. Then you can individually you can check their research background and you can approach them. So this is one way. Another can be sorting the, if you go one step back, you can sort it the documents by the cited by the highest papers, and the authors of these papers you can search individually to know the background and you can approach them. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. And now the session is open for Q&A. So participants who have any queries can directly raise your hands, or you can directly unmute and shoot your questions as well. Yes, you can unmute and tell what is your query.
Hi, Dr. Ambedkar. Nicely you have given the idea how to identify the potential supervisor. My doubt is that generally in PhD, once we go for submission of our thesis, then delayed, maybe 6 months or 8 months or 1 year time gap comes. Once after that, the defense will happen. So how did you manage in that time period to apply for the postdocs? I mean, like, can we apply for the postdoc once the thesis has been submitted, or like it needs a defense because many fundings has some constraints regarding that?
Yeah, so there are many fundings which will say, so if you have this after synopsis, there will be a certificate, synopsis submission certificate. So that will be enough to apply for many fellowships. But I would suggest before synopsis, at least 2 to 3 months, you start applying it, so that you will find it after your synopsis. So it will take time. Sometimes it will take time to set up the interview. It will take time to set up. There are fellowships which will be available at particular time only, maybe in Jan or April and all. So you have to first list down what all the dates where you can apply, deadlines of the fellowships. That's the one thing. Another thing, before synopsis, you can directly approach to the professor. Without external fellowship, if the professor has the industry sponsored funding, then he can directly take you as a postdoc.
Okay, thank you.
Any more queries from any other participants?
Yeah. Uh, so first thing is whether you want to go for postdoc or assistant professor. That is the question. That's the one. Another part is whether you will be doing it in India or abroad. That's the second one. So I will answer one by one. First one is, let's say if you applied for assistant professor position and you are getting it without postdoc, so you can go through it. Like you can go with that. It is possible, but yeah, it is possible, but it will be in the tier 3 IITs, not tier 1 or tier 2. So IITs which is like newly open and all, there you can try and you can definitely get it. Yes.
Okay, so to introduce also, like this whole meeting has been telecasted in YouTube as well for the simplicity, and like this meeting will be stored and recorded and uploaded there. So we have I would like to introduce Barinder Pal as well, Mr. Barinder Pal. Could you please switch on your camera once? Yeah, he is actually providing the technical A and V, audio and visual support from the backend, and he's also doing the streaming in YouTube so that some people, if they are not able to join, and also this meeting room has a limited capacity because we are doing it in a Google Meet and it has only 100 members capacity. So he has telecasted that in YouTube as well through his YouTube channel, and he's providing the constant backend support of audio and visual. And throughout the presentation, he will also take questions from YouTube and transfer it to this meeting room. And for those participants who are here joined in this meeting room, they can directly ask questions here in chat box. If they ask, I shall be the moderator explaining the questions to our esteemed speakers. Okay, so any more questions for from any other participants, or any participant who has joined in little late and wants some clarification regarding the presentation and all? Is there anyone? Yeah, chat box also shows there is no more questions. So okay, so we can join in to thank Dr. Rusikesh Ambekar for his for a beautiful presentation and informative session on how to find postdocs position in India, and what are the possible scenarios, and also the timeline, when to apply, where to apply, how to apply. And obviously, if you are applying in India, then you don't have the extra headache of that visa processing and additional documents required for visa. And so thank you so much, Dr. Ambekar. And now I would like to introduce our second speaker, Dr. Tara. I'll give a brief bio of Dr. Tara Singha. Dr. Tara Singha is a postdoctoral research associate at Electra Synchrotron Trieste, Italy. He is in Europe now, and he is working in the Fermi laboratory in nonlinear terahertz spectroscopy. Dr. Tara has earned his PhD in ultra-fast science laboratory from IIT Kgp in the year 2024, where his PhD thesis was on the topic of nonlinear light matter interaction and finding carrier dynamics using femtosecond laser pulsed laser. And talking about Dr. Tara's MSc, he did his master in physics background from IIT Kharagpur in the year 2017. So Dr. Tara is also an experienced researcher who works on the field of physics and the synchrotron facility, and he is currently in Italy. So I hope Dr. Tara will be able to cover how to get the postdoc opportunity in Europe, and also he will be giving you some insights about the documentation process and all, what is all required for obtaining a visa for going for going to Europe as a postdoc researcher. So I welcome you, Dr. Tara, and yes, the stage is all yours for the presentation.
Thank you, Santik. Thank you so much for inviting me and giving me the chance to discuss. So, am I audible clearly?
Yes.
Yes,
you're audible.
yes,
Okay, thank
audio
you.
is clear.
Okay, so entire screen. Fine, share. Oh, my screen is shared or okay, shared. Fine. So my screen is visible, right? Hello?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is
Yes,
visible. It is visible. No issues.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much for inviting me. And today I am going to give some the topic of postdoctoral opportunities in European countries and their lifestyle, salaries, facilities, and useful websites in this Bartalap series one. So this is my institute, or you can say company. So here, this is my laboratory, and this is the completely on the top of the hill, and you can see both the sea and hills are together. So it's a beautiful place, and I am working in terraforming lab as a postdoctoral research associate. So these are the countries, European countries. I can give some brief idea about the postdoctoral positions and how to find it from India to there. And okay, so have you finished your PhD or you are going to finish your PhD? Then cheers and let's celebrate. Looking for a postdoc position? Yes? No? You are confused? Okay. Then I will give some basic idea to remove all your confusion from this talk. Okay, so these are my outlines. So first and all, why should I do postdoc? And why should I do postdoc abroad? And what is the application process, interview, and research life and facilities, personal lifestyle, and finally conclusion as a mental preparation. Okay. So as a previous speaker already talked about why should I do postdoc, it's basically give you the opportunity to develop your career, and you can, if as you know, all of you, maximum of us are doing PhD to switch our career in academic and or industry also. So to get chance in academics like a faculty or assistant professor, so we have to do some postdocs so that we can gain more knowledge from from many area. I mean, in the broadening area, and we can also explore many things. On we can be independent researcher. We can also supervise PhD students, so that in future, if we become a faculty, then we can conduct our own laboratory and supervise students. And finally, in India, after finishing PhD, as you know that we can't get job immediately. So something is better than nothing. Then we can choose postdoc to do in India and abroad. And now, why abroad? So abroad, because you can get global exposure and future opportunities throughout the world, and you can also get better research opportunities and global collaboration and networking through this postdoc life. Because let's suppose after becoming faculty in India, you cannot get immediate good funds. Much amount of fund or laboratories. So at that time, this global collaboration may help you to conduct your research smoothly. And definitely higher salary and funding opportunities. As you know, as compared to India, you can get definitely higher salary in any countries all over the world, in US, USD, or any other currency, euro, like that. And there's another chance of global tour. Through this postdoctoral time, you can travel throughout the world without feeling too much heavy by expending money, because you can get so much funding from the institute. And also, as you are earning in euro or USD currency, then you cannot feel heavy to spend those money. But if you earn in rupee or our Indian currency, so traveling in other countries, it's really tough to expend as compared to this currency. And another, definitely there are some better options, or job prospects in India if you have postdoctoral degree outside or postdoctoral research experience. Okay, so what are the documents you need to prepare before applying? So definitely you should make a smooth CV with relevant informations. If you want, I can show my CV. And cover letter, definitely whenever you apply to a professor or any group, it's you should make a cover letter. That means you can include the interest of the position, highlighting the research expertise of you, and explaining why you are good fit for that lab or for that institution. And recommendation letter, definitely you have to contact your supervisor and some collaborator or project supervisor to get recommendation at least 2 or 3. And research statement, during the application, you have to make a research statement. It includes all the alignment of your past work, your future research plan, and the present work in the laboratory. And motivation letter, these are all different. Okay, you don't need all together. At different position, different institution may ask for different documents. Motivation letter is similar like that, why you want to join particular research group like that. And another is email format of the application. So it is not like that always you go through any proper website. So you may also email them or personally approach. Already previous speaker mentioned that in conferences or directly you can talk to them, or some personal approach through email. So you should also make this. And where do you find the postdoc positions? First of all, our helping help is Google Chrome. So just simply you write postdoc position in, this is my field, ultrafast laser spectroscopy. So I wrote it. Obviously you fill it with your field, then you will get this kind of websites, Scholar DP, Indeed, and some individuals website from the institution, and maybe other platform. And there are other platforms for especially in European countries like Euraccess, Find Postdoc, Academic Positions, Nature Careers, Euroscience Jobs, Science Career, and etc. There are so many, you can get it from. If you want, I can also share these website links. And there are some special fellowship like Marie Curie. Most of you, I think, here heard this word, Marie Curie Fellowship, and Humboldt Fellowship, ETH Juris Fellowship, especially in Switzerland. And Humboldt is, pointer. Okay, so Humboldt Fellowship, or you can get ETH Juris Fellowship, and Marie Curie Fellowship, and other is DAT Fellowship, especially in Germany. CERN Postdoctoral Fellowship, I think it's France, and some other fellowships like European Research Council Fellowship, EMB of Postdoctoral Fellowship, Human Frontier Science Program Fellowship, Swiss National Science Foundation Program Fellowship, Wellcome Trust Early Career Fellowships. Okay, now, so these are the information about the fellowships and the websites, how to get the information of the postdoctoral position. Now, let's suppose you apply for the postdoctoral position and you are selected for interview. Then you must go through the process of interview. So our host professor definitely advise you how much time you will be provided to you. So finish your presentation in time, because they are very punctual in time. So within your time, you finish your presentation, and then there will be some discussion session. At that time, you try to convince as much as, or how may, as per your expertise, align the topic or ability to convince him as much as you can. And if you don't know any points, then casually accept it. That don't try to convince him by other way. So it's very bad impressions, I think. And for the special fellowships, you have to identify the fellowship, which one you want to apply, then find a host institution or university and the supervisor, and convince him by giving interview or other ways. You can convince him which fellowship you want through under his mentorship, and write a project or research proposal. This is a very important information. Project writing and research proposal writing is a very important point for here. Then prepare all the documents required for the application. You can get all the information in online and submit the document online. If you select, then enjoy your fellowship. And the success rate is very very low, 10%. If you there may be the chance of rejection 90%. So don't be afraid or don't be appointed. Okay. Then visa process. So if you are selected, now you want to move to a country, mainly in European country. So what documents can we the documents are needed. So there are many types of visa. So one is called long-term visa, because we are doing research here. So it's definitely long-term visa. And maybe a short-term visa for like attending conference. It's a short type visa. And the required documents, first and all, for visa process, you collect all your documents like offer letter, host agreement, advertisement from the host institute, and write a cover letter why you are applying for visa, and with your photographs. You have to also collect accommodation proof to get the visa. That means no need to take for 1 year or 6 months. For my case, it was 20 days accommodation proof I have taken. And definitely you have to take medical and travel insurance for a few days, not throughout the year. And you should have travel air ticket either or itinerary from home city to institution city. So for my case, when I reached to the visa center, they asked me that travel document. So I had from Delhi to Italy, but I didn't have from my hometown to Delhi. Then they gave me time to generate it, and immediately I booked a train ticket from my home city Siliguri to Delhi. Then it's smoothly worked. And finally, there may be another document. It's a government document from their host country. For like Italy, this is a nulla osta. It's meaning no objection certificate. Basically, this certificate can be provided by your institute or directly by their government. So it's actually the mutual understanding between the host institution and the country that they are hiring you for this particular position, and country has no objection to give you the entry in the country. Okay, and definitely you have to submit your passport. So this is all about the visa process. And now monthly salary, so it's depend on the country and the expense on the city. So it's different for different countries. Okay, so I have made some chart for these are the salary range from different countries for different countries after tax deduction. These are the fellowships. So if you see in United Kingdom, I mean UK, there is a lot of money they are providing, and Switzerland also, and Germany, France. Germany is giving also much money as compared to Italy or France or some other countries like these countries. Okay, Denmark is also giving high fellowship, higher range fellowship, and these are estimate tax percentage they can deduct from your net salary. So these salaries are after deducting your tax, and definitely this salary is not fixed. So it will vary institute to institute and also year of experience. Okay, so research lab and facilities there. You can see, you can get well-established laboratories everywhere, most of the places, and lots of funding. I mean, in the research laboratory, you have so much fun to buy anything, and quickly you will get it. Not like our Kharagpur, you apply, you will get next year. So it's tough. And the collaborative works are really organized here, not random work like professor told you to do this, not like this. So here it is very smooth and organized. That means, okay, so I think you know about this. And there is no early morning or late night or weekend interruption. After your working hours, you are free to do whatever you want. No one will interrupt. I mean, from supervisor or lab group, no one will disturb you that what is the update of your research and what is the laboratory update, nothing. They will not ask about anything. And they are maintaining full professional when they are working. So it is completely professional. So they will not talk about random things. They mainly focus in the research and unexpected privacy maintaining. So it's really tough for me to first accept this. I mean, privacy, what do you mean by privacy? Privacy, like right now I am doing something here. No one will ask me what are you doing, what are you giving, what kind of meeting is this, nothing. Even no one will see your screen of your mobile, your laptop screen, nothing. If by chance professor or guide need to see your screen, then he will ask for permission. May I see your screen? Then if you give in permission, then he will see, otherwise not. Let me give you example. So I got a laptop from my institute. So it's an institute laptop. So institute IT department made everything, put all kind of software into my laptop. That time I was sitting beside and he was asking me to put your password. So whenever I was going to type any password, he left the seat and go outside. That kind of privacy they are giving. So let's suppose there are 4 or 5 times I was putting my password. Every time he was so seeing every random directions and going out. I surprised. This much privacy I didn't get anywhere in India, and maybe in our institute. I don't know. You may also face these kind of things. And mutual respect. So there is professor, researcher, postdoc, scientist. Everyone will give respect to each other. Like let's suppose, let's suppose I need to. My professor needs something from the laboratory. Inside the laboratory, he will ask me, request me, can you please bring this from there? Every time they will request, not order. Please bring this and throw this, put this, not like this. Can you please switch on the light during experiment? Can you please save the data? So always they are giving mutual respect to each other, not only here. So I spoke to many of my friends abroad. They are saying the same thing for all. And my work hours is defined only 40 hours per week. If you do extra work, there is no any admire from anyone. So they don't like to you work hard and more than your working times. So if you do overtime, no one will appreciate. They want effective work in effective time. So this is how their life and work are balanced altogether. Now come to language. So most of the European countries are non-speaking English. Then English, no. They mostly, and country language, if you talk in their country language, they always love it. And official language, mainly their country language, from institutional documents to emails, bank, residence, medical, everything in their language. Even in market, transport, number. So everything in their language. Let me give you an example. So I was in the train station. I had to first I arrived in Italy and I had to take my train from airport to my city. There was an announcement in Italian language. I didn't understand. Then someone told me that due to strike, train is cancelled. No train is there today. Then there is no any announcement in English also. And in every supermarkets, they will say you the price of anything in their language. So right now I can understand the number, Italian number. So it's right now not a big deal to understand the price. And I can also tell them the price by their language. Okay, and they are doing research in their language on mainly. If any international researcher is there or visitor is there, then they can speak in English. And general public, they try to reply you in English. Not like that, they will avoid. And sometimes we do some dual language conversation. That means I am telling something in English and she is or he is trying to tell something in Italian. When we feel both together, then only options is to sign language that I want this, please give me this, or so directly. So this kind of thing is happening everyday life and personal life. So after your work, if you see the quote from पंचायत, काम के बाद एक आदमी नहीं होता बात करने के लिए. ना मेरे कोई फ्रेंड है, ना कोई फैमिली है, ना कोई सोशल लाइफ है. अकेले बैठा आदमी दारू ना पिए तो क्या करे बताओ. So this kind of thing you will face because after leaving the institute, you will not get a single person, and you can see the time difference between this country, our own country. It's around 4 hours and 4 hours 30 minutes. So when I leave my lab around 5 p.m., it is already in India's 9:30, and when I reach to my room and cooking, that time Indian people, most of them are already sleeping. So whom to talk? And after left, so even your colleagues, they will take different bus, different route. So no one is there to talk. And weather, if you see the weather is mostly cold, so you have to prepare before coming here, like clothes, what kind of clothes and how much temperature is there. Otherwise, you have to buy the same thing, double price as compared to Indian price. The same thing. And racism, I didn't face till now. It's luck. Sometimes you may face if you are unlucky, but most of the time you will not. You won't face. But I can okay. And language, there is definitely accent problem. Like so, different countries they can talk English in different way. So there is always this kind of thing, but they don't mind. If you don't understand, you can ask, please excuse me, or you can say, pardon me, please tell again. They are free to tell repeatedly. And sometimes they may not understand your words, so you can also repeat. If you fail to repeat, then you type in mobile and show the screen. That is what you want to say. Anyway, everything is well, or I am talking or telling randomly? Hello?
No, no, yes, everything is fine, and thank you. Actually, you are covering almost all the aspect of this, because it's in Europe, and most of us have not visited there. So it is like a guide. You are guiding us through the streets of Europe. I can feel,
Okay.
and also
Okay, I
my
have
co-hosts
your
understand.
slides more, so we'll discuss more precisely. And
Yes,
I
yes.
may also give another example of language. So when I went to visit to find a room, so the room owner or the apartment owner, she can't talk in English. She is completely trying to convince me and showing me everything, describing where is the washroom, bedroom, kitchen, and common room, everything in Italian. I just understood by seeing the body language of her. And I was trying to convince her in English, but we failed. Then we said, and we translate in mobile. So she was typing in Italian and converted in Hindi or English, and I do the same for her. Finally, she didn't take me because of maybe the language problem. Okay, so this slide is not good, but still I may mention something. Indian friends, most of the Indian postdoctoral fellows are married, girl or boy both are married, so they are busy with their life. Let's give me example. Let's suppose your colleague working beside lab, we are going on the same bus, but she is too busy with talking by chatting with her wife or maybe her husband, so he can't focus you. So you have to accept that you may not get Indian friends also. Indian boys more or less okay, he can talk to you, but for girls they may treat you as a non-existing object. Like in Kharagpur, at least the other unknown girls, let's suppose we are sitting in EC canteen, we may have eye contact, we may show hand or can say hi. You may get a chance, you may get reply, yes, hi. But here, as I see in my institute, there are maybe 4 or 5 Indian girls. They are not talking each other themselves, so how can they talk to us? Even one of them just sitting in front of me on the same bus. She didn't even notice me. Completely full ignorance. There is no existence of you. And not only this is not only the expense of me. I have talked to many of the friends, and they say the same thing, that you may feel sometimes non-existing. Not only for boys, this is also for girls. One friend, a lady friend of me, she told me that she is also feeling the same thing, that मैंने क्या गुनाह कर दिया IIT खड़गपुर से आके, like this. मैंने क्या गुनाह कर दिया कि मैं इंडिया से आया हूँ. Not only to Europeans, it is for Indians. Indians, boys and girls, sometimes may treat like this. Okay, chill karne wala, or if there is no professor, then I can say bakchadi karne wala friends. If you are lucky, then you will get. Otherwise, it's very unfortunate. You have to live your own life with yourself. And accommodation, excuse me. You can say, oh, so you marry and bring your wife, or you may have wife at your home. Okay, so students, sorry, accommodation, you have to aware of the advertisement of accommodation. Sometimes there may be some fake advertisement, and don't pay before you are sure that it's good or not. Don't pay, please. And there are two type of accommodation. If you don't know, please try to know it. Student, this is very cheap price, and employee, as I am a postdoctoral, so I am treated as employee or staff, so the price is little bit higher. So don't mix up with this, otherwise you will face problem when you arrive to the apartment. And try to not online transaction for, okay, whenever you pay after shifting the room, try to pay online, so that in future if there is any trouble, so you can have the documents that you are paying like this. Okay. And during weekend days or holidays, what we'll do, mostly we do marketing, cooking. So this is my own photo. So I try to cook puri and lath in Bengali, sleeping, and slow tree for slow party. So this is also my own picture. And mostly talking to your family or friends, social media scrolling, or watching series and movies, because you are alone. So you have so much time to do whatever you want. Okay. And final, last slide, mental preparation. Okay. So no home, at least fix your mind that within 6 months, you know you won't go home, or 1 year. So prepare yourself that you have to live outside from your family at least 6 months. And no Bhakchadiwala friends, as I told you. If your luck favors, then you can get, like finally I got two Bengali friends. So last week we had party in our home. Yeah, because we finally got it. And prepare to be alone and independent. You have to be independent. You have to live there, and ready to hear hi, hello, how are you? These 4 words you can hear many times in a day, not more than that. Only hi, hello, how are you? I am fine. That's all. Nothing more than else. That like our other conversation, you can't get. Yeah, if you start, then you may definitely get a reply. It's not like that completely avoid. I have a one colleague, so he was he is very friendly to me and giving so many information to me, and we have so many conversation most of the days. And love yourself and enjoy. So I can acknowledge Google Chrome, PPT, and ChatGPT, Meta AI, and all my friends. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please ask. Yeah. This is all about.
Thank you, Dr. Singha, for this wonderful presentation. And yes, we already have one question. Yes, you can unmute and ask your question.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Tara. It seems like I'm with you in a voice and shelling around to the entire postdoc opportunities and personal lives and all. So thank you for sharing this in detail.
Okay, welcome.
Well, thank you. My questions maybe have 2 or 3 in categories. Well, first is like you have mentioned about some of the fellowships. Well, I might be something I uttered wrong in this part, so please forgive me. Well, I know some of the fellowships like Humboldt or like JSPS or like Marie Curie. So these fellowships generally requires the identification of a host institutions as well as a potential supervisor. So before applying the proposals and all and drafting and all, so we have to might contact with the professor or the host institutions whether they're in agreement to guide or to be a potential supervisor. So first thing is that how to get into contact, because generally the emails are just I don't know, but generally the responses are not there. And second is there like can we apply after giving the synopsis or a thesis, because generally in all the fellowships, one fellowships also have seen in the UK like Newton fellowships. So these fellowships generally demarcate one eligibility criteria there, that PhD thesis is required. I mean, like defense. What they mean is defense. So my question is that whether we can go for some after synopsis, or like what are the other opportunities except from India, NPDF or IPDF in abroad after the synopsis submission, because usually that is a 1 year of around idle period would be there. So it's like very frustrating to wait in that period. So what should be your strategy or your advice in that period that should be done, and regarding this? Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So first of all, let me talk about the applications after PhD for PhD. Okay. So if I share my experience, so when I submit my thesis or just finish synopsis and I submit the thesis, I start applying, and I most of the emails I mentioned that I have worked in this field and these are my expertise and why I like your, that is called motivation letter, or you can say email format of the same application. So there I specifically mentioned that I have submitted my PhD thesis in this area and these are my expertise. Now I am interested in your research laboratory in this area. If there is any fellowship or any fund, then you may hire me like this. And most of the applications I applied after just submitting my thesis. And as I told, everywhere I mentioned this, that I have submitted this thesis and expected within 2 months I will get my degree. And most of my friends, they get their postdoc position before getting the defense. Most of my friends. I mean, after submitting your thesis, some institute may hire you immediately, that you continue your fellowship. Maybe the fellowship range may be little bit less. And after you're submitting your documents like a PhD degree, it may be your fellowship may be extended. And for mine case, I given 3 interviews. So 3 of them, just based on my PhD submission, they took my interview. And right now I am in Electra. Electra especially told me, asked me when will you finish your defense. So I give a expected range, and they are waiting for me till I get my degree. When I just defended, immediately on that day I replied them that I have defended today. So right now what to do? Then after 2 or 3 days, they have sent me the invitation letter. I mean the offer letter. Before we had a conversation that what will be and what need to do, everything. So after submitting, getting my degree, they invited me to come there. Although I took some time to get my visa and all those. So there is a chance you can get before your defense, you can get some positions. Many of my friends already got it and they enjoyed their fellowship. Even one of my theoretical friend, he was doing at home work, research at home, getting the full fellowship from Italy. And he got, after degree, maybe the salary increased. That's what. And you said how to find it. Yeah, as the previous speaker mentioned, the conference through you can directly, you can bring your CV with you. So when you attend a conference, so if you find a professor suitable for you, you can directly give the paper that this is my CV. Please consider in future if I apply. One way. Another way is your supervisor, if he is familiar to any professor abroad, so he may directly ask that supervisor that one of my student or researcher is interested in this field through Humboldt fellowship or Marie Curie or any other fellowship. So check his research area and research publications and CV, and let me know. Your professor may apply, or you can directly apply. Is just precise with your subject of why are you in, what are you trying to apply. Otherwise, they are getting so many emails every day. They will not check. Most of the time, many people apply, but they don't reply. Why? There is a cause of why, because they are every day they are getting so many applications through email. So 1 or 2 they may reply. And another chance is that there is no position in that laboratory. So if you randomly email, they may not reply because there is no positions. Okay. but I got some reply that they have don't have position, but I didn't get from everyone. And mostly, if you go through a application advertisement, then definitely you will there is a chance to get reply, because you are applied through a application process through website. That time there is a chance to get reply. Okay, yeah, this kind of things. If you have any questions, am I clear?
Yeah, yes, thank you. One more doubt I'm having when I was going through drafting a resume. So my resume got big, around 4 to 5 pages with publications
Okay.
and patents and those things. So I also feel like, is it a good way to all to put all the things, or like some selective 4 or 5 journals only, or some selective research works only for that, for that professor whom I'm approaching, or like that, or like, is it there any page limit or something like that? If you could throw some light on that.
I think page limit is it not. I think it's not a barrier page limit. For mine case, I sent the CV to all professor. It has seven page, and mostly I covered the information like my academics and my experience other than extracurricular activities. So whatever I did in past, so I mentioned every line one by, not very details, but like I was 1 year departmental representative, so I wrote it, and I play football, so I also wrote it. So that this kind of, if you mention everything, that professor or supervisor may get the information about you, how, what you like and what you don't like, this kind of information. And you mention your expertise. You speak is very specific, not too much. Let's suppose you are mentioning a laser system. Laser system, you can write in one line, not like this company, bagara bagara, and other things, blah blah blah, not like this. So very specific, and where, in which field you are expert, and you can subcategorically you can mention the major words, not the every words of the big sentence, not like this. And for publications, yeah, it's not matter, because before listing a publication, you write the total publication number, conference paper, and make a column of the journal. So then they may look only your journal and your authorship maybe. And one professor, when he was taking my interview, I see he wrote my CV very well. Each and every line he was asking from the CV. And my current supervisor, he all after coming here, he was also asking me, "You are from this area, right?" And thought, "Yeah, I'm," but I didn't mention anywhere. Actually, it was written in my CV. He mentioned, and he also asked me Himalaya is a beautiful place like this. Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
in the CV, you mentioned you are also the recommendation referee name,
Okay.
so that they can directly contact them.
Is there any specific, like the general? It might sound trivial, but just asking. The email, the contents would be there as you have described in a good way. So the content would be there, and the attachment would be the resume, and the motivation would be same and reflected in the email drafting as well. So is there anything else that we need to supply while giving the email?
Yeah. So when you search a project position in different websites, so they will list the documents need to submit through email or either through that website. So there, if they ask through email, they may ask you write your attach your CV and attach a motivation letter or research of statement. I mentioned 5 or 6. So many of any of them they may ask. So that time your email should not be very large to make him bored. So within one page and very precisely, for my experience, I mentioned from professor heading to the main body of the topic of his topic and my expertise within very few lines. My expertise and that these are my attachment. Please look through. And in the motivation letter, you can write the whole 1 page or 1.5 page or 2 page. This is your motivation, how you want to work there, or research of statement also, like this. That's why I mentioned email format, because if you write so many things in the email, they may delete your email, they may not reply you back. So within few words, they can get the idea why you emailed him or her. Then they may reply. Either there is no positions, or let have an interaction in future, or interview like this.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
If anyone else has any doubt in chat box, let me see.
Can you please show the slide of the list? Okay. Yes. Sure.
You can also
can you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. These are the special grants fellowship. As I told, these are mainly I saw in European countries, and other country like American may have. I didn't cover it. So Humboldt is throughout the year you can apply, and Marie Curie is I think twice in a year, and ETA juries I have applied and given the interview. And for this case, what I submitted only my application. Then he took my phase one interview, and I am rejected as expected. And there may be 3 phases of interview in ETA juries. If you clear first phase of interview, that is from your side, then they may give some material or something to make some slides on that. The second phase, and third time maybe in future prospects. So maybe the steps, and that fellowship again the same process. Specifically, physics and engineering background people can apply. And these are other fellowship like bioscience or other any engineering department fellowship is here. So I didn't mention all of them. Yeah. Can I see your next question? Can you please send me the link of email ID?
That's been taken care of. That's I think she wanted that YouTube link. So that's
I am writing my email. If anyone have any question, may ask, or if someone is coming in Italy, they may ask my help. I'm always here to help. Any kind of informations I can provide. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Tara, for such a wonderful presentation. And actually, you cleared the ambiguities. Since in Europe the process is little different. In India, it is straightforward. So there is an additional challenge of obtaining visa, obtaining residence, and also the cultural mismatch, timing mismatch. And so you covered it really well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We had thank you. We had such an informative session. So we all will join in thanking Dr. Tara for such a wonderful talk. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Tapasendra Adhikari. And Dr. Adhikari has earned his PhD from Metallurgical and Materials Engineering from IIT Kgp in the year 2024. And he joined as a postdoctoral researcher in 2025 February at the Sao Carlos Institute of Chemistry in the University of Sao Paulo. It is in Brazil. And so he will be covering the processes of getting postdoc opportunities in the South American countries or the Latin American countries, including Brazil. And Dr. Adhikari's primary research area includes the diffusion mechanisms within the NITI bilayer systems, and like his expertise is in molecular dynamics, density functional theory, and also preparation of NITI bilayers by sputtering. And during his PhD, Dr. Adhikari has been an guest researcher at the NTU Singapore, Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, as part of the SPARK project, where he worked on high temperature set memory thin films as microvalves in aerospace applications. And Dr. Adhikari has published 14 articles, and he has also obtained his master's from Metallurgy Department, IIT Kharagpur. Now, I would like all of us to welcome Dr. Adhikari, and good morning, Dr. Adhikari. So, I hope that timing is not so early for you in Brazil.
Yeah, no, it's completely fine. Thank you for
Yeah.
organizing the meeting like according to my time also. Like it's 11 at now, so it's
Okay,
completely
okay.
fine. Okay.
Thank you,
So
Dr. Adhikari. So now I would like to hand over this dice to you for your
I will share.
presentation. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation in such a short notice. It's over to you, Dr. Adhikari.
Can you see my slides all?
Yes, your slides are visible.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank the research, the organizers, and especially Shrantik for inviting me to talk like on this series, like what are the like opportunities, and I am very glad to share my experience with you all, like how starting from the interview and then the visa process, and and after I came, like it's been just a 1 week I came here in Brazil, and last week it was really hectic. Like I had a more than 30 hours journey from India, so like I had jet lag, and also like after joining institute, lot of formalities. So now it's okay. Like this weekends, like I'm going to just relax these 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. So thank you for inviting me. So let's. What I'm going to talk about is like I will share my experience, like how the selection process happened, like in my case. Okay, so that you can get an idea. So as Shrantik has already mentioned, my research topic in PhD was on shape memory alloys in computational and also in experiment. But my main focus was on computational material science. But like working with the collaborators, like I had a interest in battery materials, like in energy sectors, like how to make more efficient batteries, study the diffusion and doping, like blah. Okay. So like I decided that after my PhD in the postdoc, I will look for experiences in battery related applications. So like before my synopsis only, I started looking for like the job applications, like in simulation DFT studies through online and mainly from the LinkedIn. So in the LinkedIn, I got a very good one advertisement. The professor, I already like had connection with him before. So when he posted the job application, I immediately, like he had a lot of citations. So I already wanted to work with him. And luckily for me, like he advertised a position in LinkedIn, and I immediately I started applying for it. So the process, like in the process was like submitting the documents to the supervisor. Like these are the documents he told me to submit in his email, like a 1-page formal application letter detailing the motivation for aspiring to join his team. Like a normal, this motivation letter is common for every like postdoc. Like so we have to tailor the like motivation letter like according to different supervisors on what research areas they are working and how you can and how your expertise can complement their work. So this motivation letter I had to make a CV about 4 pages, starting from academic background and also the research work both in IIT Kharagpur and also like I had gone for a in NTU Singapore. So like the research areas, also the publications and the expertise, technical like expertise, like what's command, what simulation, what I know and how it can complement their work, and also activities, co-curricular activities. So it can be within the like 4 pages. And also the academic records. So this is also very important because they want to see your academic background, like from which universities and how much the marks you have got throughout your academic career. So I had to send these documents to him via email. So it was like scrutinized by him, and I was shortlisted for a next round, the first round. So the interview was through Google Meet. He and his team was there in the in the meeting, and I was asked to like organize 5 slides, just 5 slides in around like 35 minutes. I was told like in 35 minutes, 5 slides I had to give. Like I had to specifically, like in first slide I have to mention my education background, like as I have told, like starting from PhD, masters, BTechs, okay, and what are the like which year, mentioning which year I graduated. These all like first the education background. Next is the technical skills. Like I am into the simulation. I am my expertise is in computational materials, and I am also applying in his group who works in the battery application using the computational materials. So I have to show him like what are the technical skills I have that can be useful to his project. So like I mentioned my technical skills like DFT, which is density functional theory, molecular dynamics, transition state search. So my research area in my PhD was different, but the skills which I had that can be used to his work also, like in his battery, and these skills can be used in battery application. So these skills, technical skill slides is very important. Like I have to explain them what are the skills I have and how I can contribute to their lab. Next is the scientific achievements, like the list of publications with the journal names and impact factors, and also like the workshops which I attended, and also the conferences, presentation, poster and oral presentations, and also like the book chapter which I did. So these are the scientific achievements in this third slide I had mentioned him, so that he can get an idea like what achievements I had, and how because from these achievements he can make decisions like whether I am suitable for his lab and his project. And the fourth was like future perspective, research goals, like short-term and long-term research goals, and on what area I want to work on in his lab. And so these the research, the future's perspective should be such that it aligns with his domain. So I had in this fourth slide, I had told them that I want to work in sodium-ion batteries, and I have the necessary technical expertise in this. And this was all about the what I want to do. Okay. And the fifth slide was he gave me a free choice. Like I had used my one slide for my PhD work, some datas which showing him like the diffusion studies, because the diffusion for my material, it is also relevant in case of battery applications. So I made the diagram such a way that it is also the work which I did for my research area, it can complement his. And also like my hobbies, because from this he can get an idea like how I can be like in their team, like cultural diversity, and also like how I can mingle with their group. So like this. So this was the first day. Like I had to give an interview in a via Google Meet, and so after this, the next 2 days after, I was again invited to give an oral presentation of my PhD thesis work, lasting 30 minutes, followed by the session and question answers. Like he and his lab, like all these students in his, including postdoc, PhD, masters, like around more than 20 students were there. We had after my presentation, we had discussions regarding my work. So this was the selection process. So luckily after this, I was via email, I was given a formal joining, they want to take me as a in their team. So I was formally like given the offer letter there. So that's it. So this is like it was I started this application just before my synopsis one seminar, and by the synopsis, like my seminar, they already like given me that yes, you could join our team, but before but like to get the fellowship started, as Tara and already mentioned, it is generally recommended that you complete your PhD, you get your thesis by hand. Okay, and in the meantime, I can like apply for like in this team, they had told me that they had a fellowship called FAPAS fellowship. So in Brazil, the FAPAS fellowship is the highest recognized fellowship. That is like our, in India, we get like DST fellowship. Okay. So the FAPAS fellowship needs like a PhD degree. For that, we need to write a research proposal, and that research proposal should align with the supervisor's area. So like in the meantime, like I had like after my synopsis, I had like 3-4 months. So during that time, I wrote a research proposal so that it can be sent for the FAPAS fellowship, and like it. After we send the proposal to the FAPAS fellowship, it goes for scrutiny. Like first, they check all the documents, like all the documents are well organized. Like we have to submit in the FAPAS portal our degrees, mark sheets, and also like CV, okay, the professor's CV and research proposal. So these are the documents. So it goes like a 2-3 scrutiny. It goes like it sends to an area coordinator. They check, they see the research proposal. Then this, then that after it is given the okay, then it goes to the next next person. So like this, it takes like FAPAS fellowship. It takes like around like 3 months. So I like after writing the research proposal, I submitted the FAPAS fellowship online in end of December. So now the current status is like it is under like one stage it has completed and it is under scrutiny. So in the meantime, and the FAPAS fellowship is 12,000 Brazilian real. So it is like in Brazil, this fellowship is more than what assistant professor get. So assistant professor here gets around like from 9,000 to 12,000 Brazil real. And the FAPAS fellowship is at 12,000 Brazil real plus the like the research contingents, like you get the grant, research grant. So it's pretty much like a fellowship, very good fellowship here. So in the meantime, since like it takes like 3 months and the professor wants me to join his team quickly, so like he has his own fellowship. Like it is, the fellowship is given by Shell, like Shell, the oil company. So the professor's lab is funded by Shell and also the FAPAS. So the FAPAS gives funding to that professor for infrastructure, like buying the ENIAC, which is the supercomputer, and also setting up the like work table. And every scholars have their own 2 desktops they have, and also maintaining basically maintaining the infrastructure. And the Shell company, they gives for manpower recruitment. So like the recruitment, the Shell gives like around 9,000 Brazil real, which is like around 1,40,000, 35 to 40,000. And it is, to truly say, it is very less compared to what you get in US and Europe. But in Brazil, like it is a good amount to tell. Like here, like the accommodation is around like 15 to 20,000. And like the grocery items and all is well within 10 to 15,000. So you can do a lot of savings. Like you can do like, and you can stay very good here, like with that fellowship. So let me tell you about the visa process. So many of you might not know, like in Brazil, like it is not common for Indian students like to go to Brazil, because there is very few person know like actually what are the universities there. So the university which I am in, it is the University of Sao Paulo. So it is within the QS ranking within 100. So it's 91 QS ranking, and it is the one of the best like universities in the South America. Okay, so and like you can in Brazil, like you get like mainly the people come here for like business or like setting up business here, or like some IT companies are there for research. The people only come like to this University of Sao Paulo and some other institute which is in Rio de Janeiro, and so like around I think there will be less than like 200, around 200 to 300 it should be within Brazil, the research spot. So many of you might not know what is the visa process. So visa process is comparatively easier compared to the US and Europe. Like there are certain documents which we need to submit. Like we need to apply under academic research and cultural visa, which is VTEM 1. Where the visa fee is 10,000 for this category. So we have to submit the application online and take the printout, and that printout we need to also take it to the embassy. And the main thing is this police clearance certificate. For my case, like it takes in India to get police clearance certificate, like in my case, it is like more than 1 month. It was due to first we need to apply from the passport seva. Then the passport seva will forward to their local police station. Local police will come and ask for some money. So after you give money, then he will process it. So you know like how it works in India. So next is the invitation letter you need to take, which you receive from your supervisor there. And also like the invitation letter needs to be digitally signed by him. And also it needs to be like approved from the countersigned by the institute head. Last 3 months bank statements. I was told to get a flight ticket, booked PNR flight ticket, like a cover letter to the embassy. And the main problem is while applying for visa in Brazil is the embassy is only in New Delhi and Mumbai. And in Mumbai, only the people of Maharashtra and Goa can apply, and rest of India goes to New Delhi. So like you have to physically go to the embassy in New Delhi and submit your passport and all the documents. And it takes around for the visa approval 10 to 15 days. And the problem is that they don't have the courier facility. So you have to take it by in person. Like either you should take it or you should give the receipt to any of your friend who stays in New Delhi. He can collect and he can send you. But in my case, I had to wait in New Delhi because I had like my joining was from 1st of March. So like and the visa I got is in 28th February. So like I had very less time, and because it will take time to courier, so I was there and took the visa, and then I returned to Kolkata. So salary and lifestyle, I already told you. So the FEPAS fellowship is like 12,000 Brazil real. This is the one. There are 3 fellowships mainly for postdoc in Brazil. One is the FEPAS, which is the most prestigious one, and the second is CAPES and CNPQ. These are comparatively some less funding compared to the FEPAS fellowship. And also I talked about like Indian community in Brazil is very less. You will not get any Indian grocery items like and you will hardly see any Indians. Like it's very rare to find. Like I am staying in Sao Carlos. Like main city is the Sao Paulo, and from there it takes like 2.5 hours. It's Sao Carlos. It's a little outskirts and it's a quiet city. So like it's you get hardly in my lab. Although there is one Indian, he also joined with me. He was doing postdoc in IIT Bombay. So like he did for 1 year and he joined with me. So it's good that actually I got one Indian, and like we for buying any grocery items, we go together and we spend time together. So the cost of living, I told, it's the accommodation and food. Accommodation, like in the INR, like within 15 to 20,000, you will get a full one BHK apartments. You will get a kitchen with kitchen, bathroom, and one apartment you will get within 15 to 20,000. And food is like, you basically need to buy, like you need to bring items from India, like all the spices and all, because anyway you will not get here in the local mart. And food also, like, but you get all the vegetables and all, these are in plenty. And it's better to cook, like since the in the accommodation, this 15 to 20,000 I'm telling, including the gas bill, water bill, okay, and electricity bill. So it's better to cook, and you can save money. The disadvantage is the flight ticket cost. Like if you are in Europe, like you can plan to go to your hometown, like if you want, you can 6 months, because the flight fare is also like within like 50,000 or 60,000, you can get a round trip. But in Brazil, like one is the time which takes more than 30 hours, like 35 hours in my case, including the layover time. And also the flight fare, the minimum flight fare starts around like 85,000. So if you are lucky, that will also take a long route. Otherwise, if you take a Emirates or one which takes a less time, it is more than 1 lakhs. So we have to think, like while visiting like my hometown, like see the flight tickets and then plan. Safety. So people have a misconception that Brazil is very like dangerous. So it's true in some sense that, like in Sao Paulo and some state, if you avoid visiting some places, then you are not in trouble. Like there are some places, specifically the locals also told, like at night specifically, like they will like it's better not to visit. Like there is like snatching and all, the purse and all. In India also it is there. Okay, but the problem is here they keep gun also. So if they like show gun and ask, like they can shoot also. So it's better like to avoid night, to go out at night, and in some places like which are not so crowded, and so it's better to like not visit like those. And the other problem is the language barrier. So it's been like 1 week since I came here. So the main problem which I found is the language problem. So the people here speaks completely Portuguese. The good thing is, in university, everyone knows English, starting from office clerk to professor to students. Like if you have any problem, like going to computer repair, like inside, if you have problem with to set up your desktop and all, you can go to their office and they immediately help you. So, and they know is English. But like in grocery stores and like outside, and also the home owners, so it's very difficult to communicate with them. So as of now, I am using Google Translate to communicate, but I'm planning to learn some basic. I learned some basic phrases, but it's better to learn the Portuguese language to communicate with. The culture here is very friendly. You will not feel as if you are like you came from India. It's like you are within their zone. Like everyone there, like there is no racial discrimination. Like people like let you feel as if you are there in their country and you are their people. So people are very friendly here. Like they will come and initiate a talk with you. Like, hey, how it's going? Like, where are you from? Like this, like the people are very friendly. Although language problem is there, but like if you know some, like they know, like you can use the Google Translate, like in homeowner and all. So like she don't knows English, but like she's very friendly person, and we communicate either by Google Translate or by hand signal. Yeah. And last, like the good thing is that there is free government healthcare. We don't need to buy any insurance for every Brazilian citizen. The healthcare is completely free, and it's the healthcare is not like bad, like it's very good, like healthcare. So it is you can get like admitted to government hospitals, and is no tax for postdoc. So the salary we get is either the FAPAS or the one which I am getting. There is no tax, so I'm getting the full amount. So, and also the weather is good here. It's like a tropical, like it's in the morning time it's 30 degrees, and in the night time less than 20 degrees. So it's more or less like India, not like it's like as if I am staying here in India only. So with no pollution. So it's very clean weather here. So these are the recommendations which I would like to tell while applying for postdoc. So I've made some points. One is align research interest. So when you will search for postdoc, you search the professors like whose research interest matches with yours. Like if you send professors random topics, random professors working in different areas, so you might not get reply from them. So, and also like if you join also, you will lose interest. Okay, like so you when you will search for postdoc opportunities, you see like which areas you are would like to work. The PIs, the expertise is also in that same area. Like I wanted to work in battery materials. So here, like this professor that I'm currently in, he also like has he works in energy materials. Like he has a diverse areas like in hydrogen storage, batteries, solar cells. So you should align your research interest, and also you should like ask them clearly, like what are the expectations when you like in the either during the like after the interview. Like what are his expectations from him, like from you, like how many papers you need to publish as a part of your postdoc research experience, or you need to write any research proposals, or you need to train the undergrads or PhD students, so that you be on the same page. Okay, so you should clearly like ask him like what he wants from you. Okay. And while you are searching for the postdoc, you see their scientific records, like from the Google Scholar, you see what is the number of papers they have published and whether it is published in the same domain where you would like to work, their impact factors. Okay, so that you know like they are doing good work. And okay, because the paper publishing is very important, like in postdoc, like at least 1-2 papers you need to publish, so that when you go back to India trying for some academic positions, so like they want at least 1-2 good papers. So you evaluate their, like before joining, you see how many, like what is their background, like how good in which journals they are publishing. Okay. And also consider their network, see like who are their alumni, and like in the website also you can see like where they are working, or you can contact with their PhDs, current scholars, and you can ask them like what are their research scholar doing, and also what are their collaborative projects going on, how is their network, because a strong network is needed for your postdoc, after postdoc, to get a job. Okay, so consider their network, like so that it's they have a very broad and good network with industries and other researchers. And research environment, it's needed like to analyze like what is their research like environment there, like and what is the cultural diversity there. So in my case, my professor, he started now taking foreign students, researchers from different parts of the world. Prior to this, like he had researchers mainly from Brazil, Mexico, okay, Argentina, but now he is slowly expanding. Like in this project, like he took like 3 Indian students. So two have already come and the other one is coming. So he will work on different research areas like machine learning. Okay, so he's trying to like make it global research group. Okay, and he is also has planned to take, like he has already one from Iran, and he also plans to take some from China. So he wants to make it a really like a culture diverse group. Okay. So the important thing is you should customize your application materials. So many of you might now be in your last stage of your PhD. So I agree that you might be very busy with your thesis writing and also data analysis and all. But you can like either you can try to finish those work, and before your synopsis you can tailor this, or either you can start like make your CVs, research statements and cover letter. So this cover letter and research statement is very important, like when you apply to a group. So your like your cover letter and research statement, you should not send a like a same like cover letter or research statement to each and every professor. Okay, because they will then they will under like they will like discard it. You should tailor your like this cover letter or motivation letter. Okay, accordingly you see to their profile and see what research they are working on. Then you can write your own cover letter mentioning how your research areas can come. You are also like research area can complement theirs, and if they are working on the same area, you tell them that I am also working in this area. I have paper like publications, this, and I want to like explore, like I want to go like to other labs after my PhD. So like this you mention. Okay. Cover letter, research statement to match their specific requirements of each positions. Okay, and try to get good recommendation letter from your supervisor, like because that matters a lot. Like because after like before they give the offer letter, we have to submit like a recommendation letter, and a good recommendation letter is very important. So try to keep good reputation with your professor. So I can tell. And last is keep applying, do not lose hope. I can tell that, because they like you don't be afraid to send like mails to professors you would like to work on. So there may be case that they don't reply, maybe they don't have funding, or they are too busy with their own work. But like you might feel demotivated like when you don't get reply or you're not selected. But like you keep on trying, like and you send for every professors you make to tailor your, and now we have got chat GPT and all, so you can little bit like you can writing the English and like making the sentences, so you can use those like those language models to tailor your motivation letter and all. Okay, so thank you, that's all. So if you have any questions or you want to like ask, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, this session is now open for questions, and I would like to ask the participants to please keep your questions forward. And as you know that Dr. Adhikari already discussed, postdoc in Latin America countries, or like specifically Brazil, very few people are doing as of now. So there you might not know immediate senior who is there in Brazil. So use this platform, use this opportunity to clear your doubts regarding the culture there, the academic mismatch between India and Brazil, or the cultural mismatch, and how to fit that, and what is the documentation process for visa and all. So you can use that this platform to clear your doubts. In chat box also there is no question as of now. Any questions from anyone?
Dr. Adhikari, is it possible to share your email ID so that we can email the questions to you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will send it to the chat box.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Well,
Any more queries from anyone? Any questions? Okay, so if not, then we would like to like felicitate all our speakers. Actually, as of now, we just have a letter of gratitude for your time, for your efforts, for your patience, and for the guidance what you have given to us. And hopefully, by the time grows, like we will have some other ways of felicitation actually. As of now, what I'll do, I'll quickly share my screen to show that letter of gratitude from the research scholar community at IIT Kharagpur. And you can like keep your videos on, so that one by one you can keep your videos on, so it will be more like presenting to you on the dais in a online platform. Does it work?
yes, it's completely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. First, I would like to invite Dr. Rusikesh Ambekar for, you can, sir, please switch on your video. Yeah, I'll also share my screen. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Not yet. Now it's visible.
Okay. Is it visible? Yeah. This is a small token of gratitude from our side to Dr. Rusikesh Ambekar for his time, valuable guidance. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
invitation.
yeah. I will be mailing this letters, token of gratitude letters to you, to your mail ID through our research scholar representative mail ID also. This is just a presentation to you in the online platform.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being here and for your guidance. Thank you. Okay, so now I'll be presenting the next token of gratitude. I would like to invite Dr. Tara Singha, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so
So,
much.
Dr. Singha, thank you so much for being here, and this is a small token of gratitude from our side to you. And thank you so much for such an informative presentation and guiding us through all the uh, processes of staying in Europe, applying in Europe, traveling to Europe, postdoc experience in Europe. Thank you so much.
I am very thankful for these opportunities. If you see, everywhere is Kharagpur. If you see the T-shirt, the logo is Kharagpur, and that is my lab beside. And Kharagpur is here.
Okay,
You can
okay.
see Kharagpur is also here. So Kharagpur is always alive within me, and I got the opportunity to give a talk. It's a very fortunate for me. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you to hear this. We are
And
so
one
glad to have you.
another information. Actually, a few days back, we also tried to communicate the Indian society. There is no any Indian society, so mainly myself and one restaurant owner, Indian restaurant owner, we organized a program like Republic Day for the first time in Trieste. So it's Trieste. Okay, so Yeah, very few number of Indians came, but we still find like 20 people we were there to celebrate the occasion. So our target to spread our community, Indian community. In June, maybe Yoga Divas, and 15 August, maybe Independence Day. We may celebrate. Let's see. Hope to establish the Indian society here so that we can get many information and help each other like this.
Yes, it's good to see that you are upholding the Indian values and cultures in Italy, and it's good to see that. Thank you
I
so
think
much, sir,
I
for
say
the
I shared an
testimony.
image that is our Republic Day image.
Okay,
We
oh,
celebrate.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I got that image, right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That we
thank you, sir,
celebrate. Yeah. Okay.
for
Thank you
guiding
so
us.
much. Okay.
Now, I would like to invite uh, Dr. Adhikari for his token of gratitude. And thank you so much, sir, for doing it at such a short notice. And I know that you are traveling to Brazil. You are just setting your setup there, and it's a long transition. Also, it's a time lag of 8 or 9 hours around. And thank you so much, sir, for your informative PPT and for guiding us through this process. And it was obviously very since most of us don't know about Latin America countries, so it was really a informative session for all of us. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. Thank you, Shantik, for inviting me to this talk. And it's a very good initiative you have taken to this like a series, webinar series. So may I ask when you going, how many series is going to do you have any plan?
Yes, actually, we are planning on that. In this postdoc series, also, we could not cover other countries also because the speakers were not available, or we could not get them in time for this talk also. So, if we see Australia, Japan, or maybe Taiwan, or maybe
USA also,
Canada,
because
yes,
people
USA
can
also. Few speakers from USA, but they were telling that the situation is very volatile there. In fact, many people are losing their jobs, many fundings are being paused. So the situation is very volatile there. So they told that maybe when it settles down, it will be a best time to re-inflect what is the situation there. And so that's why I think this will be a long series, not only postdoc opportunities but people working in R&Ds, people working in national laboratories, people maybe working as assistant professors also, we can call upon. And as this also we will get some good fundings also, so that we could present the actual souvenir instead of this letters what we are drafting as of now. Thank you so much for being
good
the
work. Yes.
first speakers in this series of talks.
Yeah.
And as we speak, we have our research scholar representative, Miss Swati, joining us from IIT Kharagpur. Maybe we all can say hello to her.
Hello,
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 Swati. Thank
hello.
you for
Yeah,
I
so
just want
all
to
these
thank
initiative.
you. Okay.
Yeah, you can carry on. You can carry on.
Arey, it's just I just want to thank you, Tarada, Tapendra, and Rishu Kechna. Thank you for being the part of this talk, and a big thank you to Shantik for making it possible. Like in general, we talk about academics. If you're talking about postdoc, and now we have kind of lived your life through this session. Now we know everything about Italy. And Tarad, I want to say your accent has changed. It was Italy previously, now Italy.
Sorry, it's actually Italy. I mean,
Italy.
in India, we say Trieste, but here they pronounce Trieste. T means Trieste, like
Okay,
this.
okay.
yes.
In
That's why
fact,
I
in
say
fact, I
Italy.
also got that pronunciation wrong.
It was like a personal experience. It's way different from the talks we used to do. I don't think so any talk have taken place before, but it was the first initiative by Shrantik. Hannah Shrantik?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. I have been here for 4 years, just after the COVID. So I have never encountered across. Also, day to day life, we face this lot of queries are there, and sometimes we are unable to reach out to seniors, and sometimes we don't find any platform for that. So we thought maybe that we can just do something for helping our community here in IIT Kharagpur, so that we all may grow together and creating a perfect research ecosystem for everyone.
Yes, yes. Now we have
मेरा
our alums.
4 months मेरा हो गया यहाँ पर खड़क मतलब इटली में. So I don't get the हिंदी flavor of खड़गपुर. यहाँ पर
हिंदी में बात करेंगे
मेरा हिंदी
अभी.
अच्छा नहीं है, but the हिंदी flavor in खड़गपुर जो मुझे मिला था last 7 years or 9 years, मुझे यहाँ पर कुछ हिंदी वाला बंदा मिलता है, but unfortunate most of them are from South India. So whenever they speak, start again English and English.
So you miss the North Indian Hindi. You miss the North Indian Hindi.
Not I don't mention like this. Kharagpurian, Kharagpur. I mean,
Okay.
at Kharagpur, they are saying their language. That kind of language I miss.
जो हमारा होता है, पीस है, टेम्पो है.
हाँ, टेम्पो तो है.
अच्छा लगा मुझे काफी. अभी हम हिंदी में बात करें, काफी अच्छा लगा. लाइक अभी तो आई थिंक मीटिंग में लोग है भी नहीं. बहुत ही अच्छा था ये सेशन. मैं स्टार्टिंग से आई हैव जॉइंड इट. इट इज वेरी वेरी गुड सेशन, वेरी इंटरैक्टिव, वेरी फ्रूटफुल.
मैं अभी भी मुझे हिंदी में मतलब बात फेस टू फेस इन पर्सन हिंदी वाला बात करने कोई नहीं मिल रहा है. एक बंदा मेरे बगल वाले लैब में है, वो अग्रवाल है, डेनमार्क में पीएचडी किया होगा शायद, पोस्टडॉक और फर्स्ट पीएचडी इन जर्मनी. भाई पहले दिन से वो मेरे साथ इंग्लिश में बात करने लगा. मैं उनसे हिंदी में ट्राई किया बट वो इंग्लिश में ही बात करते हैं मेरे साथ. दुकानदार से दो एक हिंदी में बात करता. आप बताओ मैं क्या करूँ वहां पर. ठीक है, मुझे भी हिंदी में इंग्लिश में बात करना पड़ता है. और सारे साउथ इंडियन
थोड़ा वो पर्सनल लाइफ बहुत ही ऐसा लग रहा है कि एकदम कंस्ट्रेन हो गया है. ब्राजील में ठीक है ना?
हाँ, ब्राजील में भी इधर अगर मतलब इंडियंस तो लकीली मेरे साथ और एक इंडियन है, तो वो भी साउथ इंडियन है. उसके साथ में भी इंग्लिश में ही बात करता हूँ.
हिंदी का
और उधर मतलब लगभग मतलब नील इंडियन है. मतलब अभी तक तो मुझे बाहर कोई इंडियन नहीं दिखा.
और एक चीज पाकिस्तानी और बांग्लादेशी, आपको हर तरफ पाकिस्तानी और बांग्लादेशी मिलेगा. किधर भी देखो कोई भी लगेगा इंडियन फेस, यू टॉक टू देम, वो लोग पाकिस्तानी है. बट दे एडमायर अस. पाकिस्तानी लोग भारतीयों को बहुत एडमायर करते हैं, बहुत सम्मान करते हैं, रेस्पेक्ट देते हैं. बट आई डोंट नो अबाउट द बांग्लादेशी.
काफी अच्छा.
I talked with them, but I didn't find any good.
So basically outside Asia all are same. Pakistani, Bangladeshi, Indian, Sri Lankan, all same.
No, Indians here in Trieste city, Indians are doing for their research, academic, PhD or masters, bachelors, but most of the Pakistani are working.
Oh, अच्छा, okay.
And one thing
अभी भी difference है
थोड़ा ये रहना पड़ेगा. They are good friends of us, but still you should because many of them they don't have proper documentations. I mean,
okay.
donkey process. So some of them they have good proper documents, but few maybe they may be your good friend, but they may not have. So थोड़ा सा ये रहना पड़ेगा, सतर्क रहना पड़ेगा.
Okay.
ठीक है, मैं बहुत सारे पाकिस्तानी से मिला, मुझे बहुत सम्मान मिलता है, बात भी करता हूँ. मेरा बगल वाला रूममेट भी पाकिस्तानी है, वो सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर है.
Okay. Tapas sir, you told about the gun issue in Brazil, so it's for real, like वो लोग गन लेके घूम रहे हैं वहाँ पे.
हाँ, like locals they advised me, like मेरा सिटी में exactly नहीं है, वो है साओ पाउलो सिटी, मतलब मेन सिटी. तो उस जगह मतलब कुछ एरियाज है, तो वहाँ है कि मतलब ज्यादा लैपटॉप या पर्स में ये मनी लेके उस तरफ मतलब हाँ कैश लेके उधर नहीं, मतलब बोल एडवाइस है कि उधर मत जाओ, क्योंकि वो लोग डायरेक्टली मतलब मांगेगा नहीं, डायरेक्ट गन दिखाएगा और कुछ करना है.
हाँ, और पिक पॉकेटिंग के बारे में जो पॉकेट मार्क कहा जाता है इंडिया में, तो उसके लिए थोड़ा रेडी रहना पड़ेगा. बिकॉज हर जगह ऐसा नहीं होता है. मेरे सिटी में तो ये तो एजुकेशनल एरिया है त्रियस्ते, यहाँ पर ऐसा नहीं होता है. बट मेरा कलीग वो गया था रोम में, उसका बटुआ चोरी हो गया बेचारा. उसको ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस के लिए जर्मनी जाना पड़ा, क्योंकि उसका कार इटली में है, तो उसको अपना कंट्री से ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस लाना पड़ा. बिकॉज उसका इतना एक्सपीरियंस है, 4 साल 5 साल से इटली में है, उसका पॉकेट मार हो गया उसका साथ. समझ रहे हैं ना, तो थोड़ा सा सतर्क रहना पड़ेगा। अपना पासपोर्ट और जितने से डॉक्यूमेंट्स उसको सेव रखना पड़ेगा। जैसे मैं पासपोर्ट
मेनली
लेके
तो
नहीं घूम सकता।
पासपोर्ट वही तो।
पासपोर्ट मेरे हर समय रूम में रहता है बिकॉज आई हैव आईडी कार्ड, इंस्टीट्यूट आईडी, एंड आई एम ऑल्सो आई विल गेट रेसिडेंस आईडी। सो मुझे पासपोर्ट की कोई जरूरत नहीं है जब तक मैं दूसरे कंट्री में ना जाऊँ। और इधर बहुत सेफ है, 24/7 बिल्कुल सेफ है। अगर कोई लड़की या लड़का अकेले जा रहा है, कोई इंटरप्ट भी नहीं करता है, मतलब बिल्कुल सेफ है। रात 1 बजे 2 बजे आराम से अपने सिटी में पैदल आ जाओ, कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा। हाँ, कोई पैसा मांग सकते हैं बीड़ी सिगरेट मतलब सुट्टा मारने के लिए। एक दिन एक लड़का मुझे बोला है कि गिव मी 50 सेंट्स। मैं बोला 50 सेंट्स मतलब 1/2 यूरो, अराउंड 45 रुपीज। मैं सोचा रात बजे 1 बजे 50 सेंट। बोला ठीक है भाई, देखता हूँ। मैं चेक करके देखा, मेरे पास था, उनको दे दिया। शायद वो सिगरेट फूकेंगे और कुछ नहीं। तो इस तरह का पैसा मांग सकते हैं,
बाकी सब
ज्यादा
ठीक है।
मांगते तो नहीं देंगे। आप 1 यूरो 0.5 यूरो मांगते तो ठीक है, इट्स फाइन।
शांतिक कहाँ गया?
ठीक है।
शांतिक,
yes.
हाँ
So
अच्छा, आई ऑल्सो हैव टू लीव। मेरे हॉल में ना वो स्टाफ के साथ डिनर है, तो आई हैव टू
yes, definitely.
ठीक है।
We all will leave.
Okay.
In fact, we are here for more than 2 hours. So I think Dr. Tara will have his lunch and
मैं सुबह में खाना बना के लंच करके प्रॉपर्ली लैब में आके
अच्छा ओके आपका हो चुका है।
I will have my lunch.
yes, Dr. Tapasendra, he will have his lunch. Also, Dr. Rusikesh,
आप लोग का
he is
dinner।
in Bangalore, so he will
Yes.
have his dinner now.
डिनर।
Yeah. Okay, so thank you
Thank
to
you.
all. It was such
ओके,
a
चलो टाटा।
nice talking to
बाय
you.
बाय एवरीवन।
Bye everyone. Yeah.
See you
Ciao,
soon,
ciao.
guys. See you soon in India.